I'm shivering in a room that's set to 85, trying to convince my skin that I am still alive. But there's a winter in the mattress, a frost inside the frame, since the pillow stopped whispering the letters of your name.
The left side of the world is a canyon made of wool, a heavy kind of empty, a devastating full. I'm reaching for a warmth that evaporated fast, living in the wreckage of a furnace in the past.
The cotton is a desert, the linen is a lake, counting every second of this rhythmic ache. The thermostat is lying to the shadows on the floor. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody here to bridge the great divide, just a hollow sanctuary where I used to hide, drowning in the eyes of these cold sheets.
I watch the steam rising from a coffee I won't drink, waiting for the sun to give me time to finally think. But the light is just a witness to the vacuum in the bed, a map of all the bitter things that we have never said.
I'm wearing your old sweater just to simulate a touch. I didn't think that breathing could ever cost this much. The laundry smells like jasmine and a hint of your cologne, the cruelest of reminders that I'm sleeping here alone. The cotton is a desert, the linen is a lake, counting every second of this rhythmic ache. The thermostat is lying to the shadows on the floor. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody here to bridge the great divide, just a hollow sanctuary where I used to hide, drowning in the ice of these cold sheets. Iron out the wrinkles, wash away the stain, but you can't bleach the memory or sanitize the pain. The fabric is a witness, the threads are all aware that the only thing I'm holding is a handful of thin air. So cold, so wide, nowhere left to hide. I'm freezing in these cold sheets, wishing for more, tangled in the ghost of what we had before. There's nobody here to bridge the great divide, just a hollow sanctuary where I used to hide. 10 throbbing fingers gripping on a frayed hemp rope, trying to support the crushing weight of our dying hope. My palms are blistered and my wrists are sore. I cannot pull this heavy wagon an inch anymore. The fibers are cutting through my delicate skin, a losing battle that I cannot possibly win. Muscles are screaming for a moment of peace, praying for this brutal gravity to finally cease.
Calluses form from digging this eternal trench, breathing the exhaust and the metallic stench. I spent years carrying the lumber for our floor, but my spine is snapping, I can't lift anymore. My knuckles are white, my grip is starting to slip, steering the rudder of a capsizing ship. The weight of your expectations anchors my feet, dragging me down to the cobblestone street. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the flaw. Fighting against a universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausted labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands. The hammer is heavy, the anvil is cracked. There is no strategy left for us to enact. I spent my youth turning the rusty iron wheel, trying to mold a phantom into something real. But the grease is dry and the gears are jammed. Our grand design is permanently damned. So in a canvas that keeps ripping apart, patching the leaks at the center of your heart. My needle is blunt, the thread is completely spent,
Fixing a structure that was permanently bent. I dropped the tools onto the workshop floor. I'm walking away through the factory door. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the flaw. Fighting against a universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired
unclench the fist, open up the palm. After the heavy lifting comes a terrible calm.
The blisters will heal, but the scars will remain, a permanent reminder of the manual strain. We are dropping the tools, we are breaking the lease, finding our freedom in total release. Drop the weight, let it fall, no strength at all. risen out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands, open fingers, empty space, wiping the sweat from a weary face. Rest at last, tired hands. Carved from a block of solitary weeping pine, forced to perform along a perfectly straight line. You tied the transparent nylon to my wooden wrist, commanding my body into a complicated twist. I danced for the amusement of your vicious crowd, while you shouted your stage directions far too loud. My painted smile conceals a terrifying lack of will, begging for the terrible choreography to stand still.
Sitting in the rafters, looking at the floor below, the absolute master of a terrifying puppet show.
I manipulate the levers with a tyrannical grip, ensuring that your elegant pirouette doesn't slip. The theater is packed with an audience of ghosts, cheering for the tragedy that my vanity hosts. I thought control was equivalent to actual care, but I am just suspending a captive in the air. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken string.
The scissors glisten under the theatrical light, slicing through the domination of the endless night. I watch your limbs give way as the connection dies, a horrifying freedom reflected in your glassy eyes. The spotlight flickers and the audience departs, leaving behind a pair of disconnected hearts, lying on the hardwood, motionless and entirely free, finally reclaiming the sovereignty inside of me. The joints are stiff, the varnish begins to peel, but for the very first time the paralysis is real. No more dancing to a rhythm I absolutely despise, removing the strings and cutting the ties. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings. Ooh.
drape, celebrate the chaos of a magnificent escape. The puppeteer is weeping, the wooden doll is still. No more surrendering to an external will. Leave the tangled mess right where it ultimately fell. A terrifying heaven replacing a controlled hell. Snap the cord, fall down hard, a discarded shard. We are collapsing under these broken strings. Under these broken strings, marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns, smashes us to the ground. A beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie. Refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage. Saved by the mercy of the broken strings. No more dancing, the show is done motionless. Victory has finally been won. Cut the cord, broken strings. The harvest is over and the fields are all bare. There's a scent of wood smoke hanging in the air. I'm leaning on the porch, watching daylight expire, while the horizon is burning like a low burning fire.
I've got a pocket full of copper and a heart full of lead, thinking about the heavy words that we both said. The shadows are stretching like giants on the grass, waiting for this weary hour to finally pass. The wind is a whisper, the crickets are loud. We're hiding our faces in a linen cloud. The day is retreating, giving up the fight. Underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story of a passion that's growing old. It's the color of a penny, the color of a leaf, a beautiful moment of a jagged grief, watching the world burn under a copper sky. I'll tune my resonator to an open G and sing to the ghosts of who we used to be. The river is a ribbon of shimmering rust, turning our kingdom of marble to dust.
I've stitched every memory into a quilt to cover the holes of the houses we built. The crows are all circling the old sycamore while I'm pacing the boards of this hollow floor. The wind is a whisper, the crickets are loud. We're hiding our faces in a linen cloud. The day is retreating, giving up the fight. Underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story of a passion that's growing old. It's the color of a penny, the color of a leaf, a beautiful moment of a jagged grief, watching the world burn under a copper sky. same.
But the hue of the heavens before the night falls
is the only thing that answers when my spirit calls.
copper rusting away
Before the blue,
before the gray.
underneath the copper sky, everything is gold. A story of a passion that's growing old. It's the color of a penny, the color of a leaf, a beautiful moment of a jagged grief, watching the world burn under a copper sky. Burn on copper sky, fade to black. The incandescent bulb flickers above the dining table, exposing the cracks in our carefully constructed fable. I see the tired wrinkles forming around your eyes, a brutal illumination that no one can disguise.
The lampshade is dusty, cast in a yellowish hue,
highlighting the distance dividing me from you.
We try to hide the blemishes
behind a gentle smile, but visibility destroys our artificial style.
The morning rays creep slowly past the drawn blind, revealing the mess that we carelessly left behind. No romantic dimness to soften the bitter blow, just a clinical brightness creating an awkward show.
I notice the trembling shaking your delicate hand, the visual evidence that I finally understand. The shadows retreat, leaving nowhere to conceal the terrifying magnitude of what we actually feel. The lens is focused, the aperture is wide. There is no dark corner remaining to hide a harsh exposure, capturing the brutal truth, developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters at back, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its mind, naked and shivering in the somber light.
Motes of dust dance lazily through the visual beam, a cinematic failure of our optimistic dream. I trace the dull contours of your downturned face,
Recognizing the emptiness invading the space. The candle wax melted down to the ceramic base, extinguishing the magic of a magical place.
The overcast sky peers through the dirty glass,
A pale afternoon watching the tragedy pass. Everything is tinted in a sick and pale gray, washing the vibrant colors entirely away. My peripheral vision catches you to hide a harsh exposure, capturing the brutal truth, developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters of flight, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its might, naked and shivering in the somber light. Oh.
Squinting our eyes against the terrible glare,
Examining the ruins of a broken affair,
the photon rays pierce directly through the bone.
proving definitively that we are entirely alone.
Turn off the switch, plunge us back into the blind.
Give me back the ignorance of my foolish mind. Too bright, pale sight, lose the fight. Caught forever, oh, in the summer light.
Come eradicating the
Mystery of the night.
We look at each other,
With an absolute dread,
seeing the corpse of a love
that is dead. No filters applied, no flattering glow,
just a miserable reality
putting on a show.
the optical illusion.
Finally loses its mind, naked and shivering in the somber light.
The bowl burns out,
The room goes gray,
watching the last of the
illumination decay. Harsh truth, somber light. Twilight strips the colors from the western sky, watching the final hints of daylight die. The timber has turned to a brittle gray ash. No more explosions, no more sudden crash. A chilling breeze sweeps across the campsite ground, scattering the remnants of the passion we found. I pull my wool sweater tight around my neck, surveying the damage of this emotional wreck.
Charcoal crumbles beneath my heavy boot. A grand forest is reduced to blackened root. I blow on the dust, hoping for a tiny spark, but my breath only summons the impending dark. The fuel is exhausted, the branches are stripped. The chalice of affection has been fully sipped, staring at the smoke drifting into the pine, accepting that your warmth is no longer mine. The temperature drops as the shadows grow long. We reach the final verse of a crackling song. No wood left to chop, no branches to break, just a shivering chill that we cannot shake. We are nothing but fading embers in the dirt, glowing just enough to remind us of the hurt. A dying illumination against the winter frost, calculating the magnitude of everything we lost. The orange hue is surrendering to the black. There is no magical wind to bring the fire back. We huddle for warmth but continue to freeze, just fading embers scattered by the breeze. I remember the roaring blaze of our early days, lost in an intoxicating, blinding maze. But seasons shift Then the autumn leaves descend, signaling a natural, unavoidable end. My hands reach out to the faint, rusty glow, seeking a sanctuary we used to know. The crackle is gone, replaced by a hiss, a quiet demise of our fiery kiss. I watch the red turn to an absolute pale, a tragic conclusion to an epic tale. No matches remain in my empty coat, just a lump of cold coal trapped in my throat. The temperature drops as the shadows grow low. We reach the final verse of a crackling song. No wood left to chop, no branches to break, just a shiver and chill that we cannot shake. We are nothing but fading embers in the dirt, glowing just enough to remind us of the hurt. A dying illumination against the winter frost, calculating the magnitude of everything we lost. The orange hue is surrendering to the black. There is no magical wind to bring the fire back. We huddle for warmth but continue to freeze, just fading embers scattered by the breeze. Yeah. Scattered by the breeze. Blink once, the light is dim. Blink twice, the chances grow grim. The oxygen thin, suffocating the ray, turning our vibrant yesterdays entirely gray. We cannot rub sticks to manufacture a lie. Sometimes you just have to watch the glow die. Cooling down, turning pale, end of the trail. We are nothing but fading embers in the dark, glowing just enough to remind us of the hurt. A dying illumination against the winter frost, calculating the magnitude of everything we lost. The orange hue is surrendering to the black. There is no magical wind to bring the fire back. We huddle for warmth but continue to freeze, just fading embers scattered by the breeze. Let the ash settle, let the night wind, paying the toll for our fiery sin. Cold hands, fading embers. The incandescent bulb flickers above the dining table, exposing the cracks in our carefully constructed fable. I see the tired wrinkles forming around your eyes, a brutal illumination that no one can disguise. The lampshade is dusty, cast in a yellowish hue,
highlighting the distance, dividing me from you. We try to hide the blemishes behind a gentle smile, but visibility destroys our artificial style.
The morning rays creep slowly past the drawn blind, revealing the mess that we carelessly left behind. No romantic dimness to soften the bitter blow.
just a clinical brightness, creating an awkward show. I noticed the trembling, shaking your delicate hand, the visual evidence that I finally understand.
The shadows retreat, leaving nowhere to conceal
the terrifying magnitude of what we actually feel. The lens is focused, the aperture is wide. There is no dark corner remaining to hide a harsh exposure, capturing the brutal truth, developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters applied, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its might, naked and shivering in the somber light.
Motes of dust dance lazily through the visual beam, a cinematic failure of our optimistic dream. I trace the dull contours of your downturned face, recognizing the emptiness invading the space. The candle wax melted down to the ceramic base, extinguishing the magic of a magical place. The overcast sky peers through the dirty glass,
A pale afternoon watching the tragedy pass. Everything is tinted in a sickening pale gray, washing the vibrant colors entirely away.
my peripheral vision
Catches you looking down, a defeated king wearing an invisible crown. The lens is focused, the aperture is wide. There is no dark corner remaining to hide a harsh exposure,
capturing the brutal truth.
developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night.
We will look at each other
With an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters applied, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its might, naked and shivering in the somber light. Somber light.
Squinting our eyes against the terrible glare,
Examining the ruins of a broken affair,
photon rays pierce directly through the bone.
proving definitively that we are entirely alone.
Turn off the switch,
Plunge us back into the blind.
give me back the ignorance
Of my foolish mind.
too bright, pale sight, lose the fight.
Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread,
Oh,
seeing the corpse of a love that is dead.
no filters applied,
No flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show.
the optical illusion
Finally loses its might, naked and shivering in the somber light.
the bulb burns out,
The room goes gray,
watching the last of the illumination decay. Harsh truth,
somber light. Draping this heavy cloak across my shivering skin, hiding the brutal war that I am fighting within. The fabric is woven with a gentle dark thread, a cushion of comfort for my exhausted head. I sink into the plushness of a quiet despair, running my trembling fingers through your absent hair. Tears fall like pearls upon a darkened rug, wrapped in the tightness of an invisible hug.
Correction per structure rule, a blade of pure steel, pretending this elegant numbness is not real. I trace the rich patterns of our ruined design, sewing my jagged heartbeat directly into thine.
The parlor is dimly lit with a burgundy glow, masking the undertow, dragging me below. A tailored suit of sadness fitting perfectly right, buttoning up the grief for another endless night. Wrapped inside the folds of a beautiful lake, sleeping through a nightmare from which we never wake. Soft to the touch, but crushing to the bone, sitting like monarchs on an isolated throne. Oh, this velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking boat. It strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glove, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffocate beneath the weight of luxury, a gorgeous prison offering no amnesty, bleeding out gracefully on tomorrow, swallowed completely by the velvet sorrow.
Silk curtains drawn against the blinding sun, refusing to admit the damage has been done. The mattress remembers the shape of our spine, drinking melancholy like an aged wine. I polish the antique clocks that refuse to tick, playing a parlor game that makes me feel sick. Running my palm against the tufted chair, breathing the lavender scent lingering in the air. The softness lies to me, claiming it protects, while slowly destroying the hope it collects. Opulence masking a terrifying void, a gorgeous tapestry we foolishly destroy. Wrapped inside the folds of a beautiful lake, sleeping through a nightmare from which we never wake. Soft to the touch, but crushing to the bone, sitting like monarchs on an isolated throne. Oh, this velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking boat. It strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glove, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffocate beneath the weight of luxury, a gorgeous prison offering no amnesty, bleeding out gracefully on tomorrow, swallowed completely by the velvet sorrow. Stitch by stitch, we tailored our demise, wearing a beautiful gown over the lies. The needle pricks, but we ignore the blood, drowning gracefully within a crimson flood, smooth against the skin.
putting our weary, broken souls to rest. So soft, too dark, erase them all. This velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking boat. It strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glow, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffocate beneath the weight of luxury, a gorgeous prison offering no amnesty, bleeding out gracefully on tomorrow, swallowed completely by the velvet sorrow. Brush the fabric, feel the gloom, haunting the corners of a quiet room. Silky tears, velvet sorrow. Velvet sorrow. Standing at the podium in a room of polished oak, choking on the testimony that we never spoke. The jury of our peers looks down with a severe frown, watching my elaborate defense completely burn down. I swear upon the book, but my palm is drenched in sweat, gambling my entire future on a losing bet. The prosecutor circles with a terrifying grace, presenting the evidence directly to my face.
The cross-examination is a brutal, violent art, tearing the alibis of our relationship apart. I sit at the defendant's table, staring at my shoes, calculating the magnitude of what I am about to lose. The photographs are graphic, displaying every sin, a legal battle that we cannot possibly win. The stenographer echoes every single tragic side, documenting the anatomy of a massive lie. The verdict is approaching, the deliberation ends. Betrayed by our lovers, abandoned by our friends, no vocabulary exists to mitigate the crime, serving an eternity of emotional time. Oh, look at this silent pleading in my desperate eye, a voiceless objection to a terrifying goodbye. The gavel strikes the block, the judgment is severe. We are guilty of destroying everything we held dear. No eloquent speech
Can reverse the damage done. The sentence is delivered. The tragedy has won,
begging for a pardon that the magistrate
denies, condemned by the silent pleading in our eyes.
Objection overruled, the judge demands respect, analyzing the collateral damage of our gross neglect.
I try to summon a witness to testify for me,
But the hallway is empty,
a vacant, sterile sea.
the exhibits are labeled alphabetically in red,
A sequential documentation of the tears we shed.
the handcuffs are emotional,
But the restriction is real.
locking away the capacity
to ever properly feel.
I look across the aisle hoping for a shred of grace, but I only see resentment
Carved into your face.
The final argument was a pitiful
weak display,
throwing our constitutional rights entirely away.
Verdict is approaching,
The deliberation ends, betrayed by our lovers, abandoned by our friends. No vocabulary exists to mitigate the crime, solving an eternity of emotional time. Oh, look at this silent pleading in my desperate eye. A voiceless
objection to a terrifying goodbye.
The gavel strikes the block.
The judgment is severe.
We are guilty of destroying
Everything we held dear. No eloquent speech can reverse the damage done.
the sentence is delivered,
The sentence is delivered.
Tragedy
has won.
begging for a pardon that the magistrate denies.
Condemned by the silent pleading in our eyes. Oh,
Take me to the cell.
Lock the heavy iron grate.
We are entirely responsible
For this agonizing fate,
the appeals are exhausted,
the Supreme Court declined,
leaving the innocence of our history behind.
perjury of the spirit, treason of the heart. The jurisdiction mandates that we remain apart. Guilty, no defense. Feel the suspense. Oh, look at this silent pleading in my desperate eye. A voiceless objection to a terrifying goodbye.
The gavel strikes the block.
The judgment is severe. The judgment is severe.
We are guilty of destroying
Everything we held dear.
no eloquent speech.
Can reverse the damage done. The sentence is delivered.
The tragedy has won,
Begging for a pardon. Begging for a pardon.
that the magistrate denies.
Condemned by the silent pleading in our eyes. Court adjourned, but chamber clears, serving a sentence, 1,000 tears. No words left, silent pleading.
Marble pillars cracking under the celestial weight. Vines of dark ivy strangling the rusted iron gate. We built a glorious empire of affection and trust. Now I am walking through a metropolis of dust. The statues of our heroes have lost their chiseled face. Erosion is erasing the majesty of this place. The grand cathedral ceiling has fallen to the floor. We cannot worship at this altar anymore. The aqueducts are broken, the reservoir is dry. A spectacular civilization left alone to die. I excavate the rubble searching for a shiny coin, a relic of the era when our spirits used to join. But the architecture failed, the failure born from an arrogant greed. Tourists of our own destruction, wandering the debris, looking at the wreckage of what we used to be. The historical society has condemned the entire zone, leaving us isolated on a deteriorating throne. We are standing in the center of a ruined love, abandoned by the heavens and the stars above. A spectacular collapse of an architectural dream, ripped completely apart at the central scene. The artifacts are buried underneath the gray ash, a tragic casualty of an emotional crash. No construction crew can rebuild what we lost, paying the ultimate catastrophic cost. Buried alive inside this ruined love. The frescoes on the walls are peeling into the damp. I navigate the catacombs holding a flickering lamp, reading the hieroglyphics we carved into the stone, translating the tragedy of ending up alone. A volcanic eruption of our volatile pride, suffocating the citizens who were trapped inside. The cobblestones are shattered, the bridges have decayed, a terrifying monument to the mistakes we made. I brush the dirt away from a shattered mosaic tile, remembering the era when we actually used to smile. But Pompeii is buried, the lava cooled down, creating a graveyard out of our favorite town. Tourists of our own destruction, wandering the debris, looking at the wreckage of what we used to be. The historical society has condemned the entire zone, leaving us isolated on a deteriorating throne. We are standing in the center of a ruined love, abandoned by the heavens and the stars above. A spectacular collapse of an architectural dream, ripped completely apart at the central scene. The artifacts are buried underneath the gray ash, a tragic casualty of an emotional crash. No construction crew can rebuild what we lost, paying the ultimate catastrophic cost. Buried alive inside this ruined love. Territory back to the wild old earth. Acknowledge the tragedy, accept the total dearth. Crumbling down, turning to dust, losing the trust. Crumbling down, turning to dust, losing the trust, losing the trust. Abandoned by the heavens and the stars above. A spectacular collapse of an architectural dream, ripped completely apart at the central scene. The artifacts are buried underneath the gray ash, a tragic casualty of an emotional crash. No construction crew can rebuild what we lost, paying the ultimate catastrophic cost. Buried alive inside this ruined love. The dust settles over the ancient stone, a spectacular tragedy sitting alone. Fallen empire, The lunar eclipse positions itself across the sun, the celestial indicator that the daylight is completely done. We operate exclusively in the absence of the glow, thriving in the umber where the decent people never go. My silhouette merges perfectly with the alleyway wall, answering the magnetism of a dark nocturnal call. We draw the heavy curtains and extinguish the lamp, seeking a sanctuary where the cobblestones are damp. Stealth is our religion, obscurity our greatest friend, hiding in the twilight where the strict boundaries bend. I navigate the pitch black wearing a heavy woolen cloak, a phantom walking softly through the industrial smoke, avoiding the illumination of the street lamp overhead, choosing the invisible unpaved avenues instead. We wrote our promises using invisible secret ink, living on the perilous undetected brink. The penumbra expands and swallows up the shape, providing a spectacular invisible escape, rejecting the dawn, plunging into the dark, erasing the evidence, leaving no visual mark. We carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chests, a secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe far behind. Beaten in obscurity, veiled from the sight, a pair of outcasts, embracing the night. No spotlight can reveal where this affection starts, protected forever by our shadowed hearts. Vampires of affection fleeing from the morning ray, terrified that sunshine will melt the bond away. I trace your anatomy using only my fingertips, reading the braille of your undetected lips. We are ghosts haunting the perimeter of the town, watching the blinding civilization burn completely down. We pull the blinder over the observant, judging eye, establishing our kingdom beneath the starless sky. The pigment is drained, leaving only grayscale hue, a monochromatic portrait of exactly me and you. We burrow underground, avoiding the piercing glare, finding incredible comfort in the absolute nowhere. The penumbra expands and swallows up the shape, providing a spectacular invisible escape, rejecting the dawn, plunging into the dark, erasing the evidence, leaving no visual mark. We carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chests, a secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe far behind. Beaten in obscurity, veiled from the sight, a pair of outcasts, embracing the night. No spotlight can reveal where this affection starts, protected forever by our shadowed eclipse the logic, black out the rational brain, dancing unseen in the midnight invisible rain. Spectrum is void, the colors are deceased, releasing the nocturnal uninhibited beast. Hide me deeper, cover me in pitch, sew me into the darkness with a hidden stitch. Pitch black, no light, rule the night. We carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chests, a secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe far behind. In obscurity, veiled from the sight, a pair
by our shadowed hearts. Fade to black, disappear completely, whispering in the dark incredibly sweetly. Unseen love, shadowed hearts. Sever the strings, let the light fall. Nothing left to connect us at all. Loose ends, tangled truth. Spiders spin their silken traps across the ceiling beam, catching flies and weaving a deceptive sticky scheme. I am stumbling blindly through a complicated maze, wandering inside this thick impenetrable haze. Every statement you deliver was a woven trap, erasing every logical direction off the map. I trip over the paragraphs you cleverly designed, leaving every shred of simple honesty behind.
A sailor's knot pulled viciously tight around my wrist, a labyrinth of alibis completely lost and twisted. I try to solve the puzzle, but the pieces never fit, navigating through the bottom of a snake-filled pit. The rigging on our vessel is an absolute disaster, spinning out of our control, unraveling much faster. I pull a single string and suddenly the whole thing binds, creating a chaotic mess inside our frantic minds. Oh, twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocated paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind the dense disguise. We needed a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn, strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Creeping ivy suffocates the branches of the oak, choking out the daylight with a vegetative cloak. I try to chop the thicket, but the vines are way too strong, binding us to everything we ever did wrong. The brambles scrape my ankles as I try to walk away, but the undergrowth insists that I am obligated to stay.
My knitting needle's broke under the pressure of the weave. I manufacture the reality I don't even believe. The sweater is unraveling, exposing all the holes, revealing the corruption hiding deep within our souls. I try to stitch the fabric, but the needle lost its eye, sewing up a bandage on a wound that multiplied. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocating paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We needed a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn, strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangle tangled truth waiting to die. Waiting to die. Oh, bring the scissors, fetch the sharpest blade. We have to slash the chaotic web we made. There is no one picking this disastrous now. We have to chop the timber and burn the barrel, cutting through the falsehood, slicing through the cord, smiting this deception with the heavy, righteous sword. So tight, a messy knot. Look what we caught. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, for this tangle's wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. Oh, a messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn, strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth waiting to die. Sever strings, let the lie fall, nothing left to connect us at all. Loose